Maybe this is the end of the museum, but it is important to a lot of people. 2, 3, 4, 500 people see this as their community lounge room a bit, or a meeting place. I love that the Aboriginals feel comfortable here. It just strangles me when half the juveniles in jail in Australia are Aboriginal. We ought to be so ashamed. And I love that they come here, they work with the hippies well. It's a lounge room for a lot of people, and a lot of people will really miss it, and I will miss it, and it's a pity, I think. They're going to throw the babies out with the bathwater.
Yeah. So can you tell me why the museum's being shut down, and a bit about the clause or the act under which the government are enabling the museum to be shut down?
It's a 1943 Act, a Restricted Premises Act. I think it came in during the war for brothels. Soldiers having too good a time drinking and partying at brothels, so they made these rules where they could close you down or raid at any time without a search warrant. And they threatened the landlords of here and the hemp bar across the road with that. And anyway, my landlord never been here, so I've been to Sydney and met him, and he doesn't want to be declared that and get the court costs. So the police are saying to him, well, you got to kick me out, and because I've been not strong enough in getting rid of the illegality of cannabis dealing is where it really has bottomed out from. And I've been a strong voice protesting about the laws. So there's mixed areas, but they've got a list of 218 drug detections in the museum in the last 10 years. Mate, I reckon you could nearly find that in Nimbin in the morning if you could write quick enough. But they've got a case. They built up a case. They've got a special operation, Mickey. Hopefully it's not about me. And, they've got a clear case now. It reads badly in court. The judge says, close them down.
Yeah.
So we're negotiating to keep it open. Someone new on the list. Cameras are going to be installed. They want to fence off this backyard. They want us to charge $5 entry at the front door and be a show. The hippie human zoo at last. Hey, someone will get rich.
Yeah. Do you think that the street dealing in Nimbin is organised?
It's the most unorganised crime I've ever seen, I reckon.
Yeah.
Good question, it's... when I ran the museum here, it must be 22 years ago or something, or 23 years ago now, in the little second-hand shop. Even then, Rainbow Lane was a bit the kids' space, and you could always buy, a $20 deal down there, which could have been a handful of leafy crap for nowadays. But there's always been that. And then there was another thing. There was the youth club. When we lost the youth club across the road, a youth club happened in the back room of the museum here, and it was a great success, really, for a while. There's never been, in the last 10 years, the youth club has not existed in Nimbin. The skate park's closed. This has been a hangout for young kids. And, reality is there's a lot of money in illegal drugs, and kids are tempted. Yeah. And I hate seeing them go to jail for it.
So you say you'd hate to see the kids go to jail for dealing pot. Have you turned a blind eye to the dealing, do you think?
Not really. In fact, for years, we, got really unpopular and hassled the shit out of everyone. Dealing inside started way back when it was an antique shop. There'd be people go in, do a little deal. It's a maze of rooms in there. There's arguments for street kids. I can see kids want to get stoned. They're not got their own weed. Do we want them burgling and robbing people? That's what happens in the city.
What effect do you think the closure of the museum will have on the drug trade in Nimbin?
Well, I'll tell you what it might do. It might knock tourism around a bit, because we might get less tourists, there'll be less dealing. Okay. And so the money will come down. No, dealers don't give a shit. Dealers are going to move to the next place. Wherever there's no cameras, they go. Yeah.
Micheal Balderstone, curator of the Nimbin Museum, thank you very much for talking to us.
No, cheers. Good on you.